So, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Redstone podcast. Today is episode 61, and I am joined by a couple of other people.
Hi, it's me, Enemy.
Hi, I'm Niels.
Hello, I'm Helvince.
Hi, I'm Raf.
And I had to use I there because apparently my incorrect use of pronouns was annoying Raf. So
No,
that's
Niels, I didn't complain.
Oh,
It's
okay,
actually
nice.
right to say we in this context. But
I don't
yeah.
think it's
Actually, I think
we.
Niels is right.
Who,
But-
who is we? If you only heard Wout and you heard Wout here, we are joined by. We also
Let's
our
just say
names, so
I think I is pretty good.
we is joined by
Um,
the rest of us. That is saying. So
well-
Wout and someone else that's not us.
No,
Is it
Um,
Wout and
say
us?
Maybe
I
if
implies
it's
that he is the one running the podcast. We would mean,
two
everyone
persons are
else.
running the podcast and the rest are guests.
yes, it's an entitlement of ownership.
Yes.
But none
Then
of you
it
are right.
sounds like it's only we. That's only Wout and the bot, or Wout and the listener.
If he says
that's-
I, then Wout brought all of us on, is what that implies.
And also, the person you just heard was Mistabeast, who I
Oh,
don't
I'm
think
here
introduced
too.
themselves, but yes,
I
you're
didn't know
here
if I'm
too. Oh well. Now I need to find your channel. Dang it.
I don't have a channel. I have a server and an Instagram page.
Oh my
I
god.
Do you
couldn't
have a
name.
Twitter?
Check his awesome dank pics on Instagram. I'll try to find the link.
It's just Mistabeast. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. What was he
Instagram,
saying?
Twitter, all of it is the same.
So should we move on?
Nah.
Well, we
Nah,
started off arguing about pronouns, and I had to correct you.
Okay.
We don't want to lengthen the podcast by that much.
Mr. Beast, can you link to your Instagram? I can't find it.
We
Oh.
do. We have to like
Here.
Oh yeah,
we
also
have
that's
to like
Helvince, he's a
lengthen it
guest.
since last week we couldn't produce a podcast that was longer than 35 minutes.
Yes, so that's why we're doing everything as unprofessionally as possible right now. That way we get a bit more length out of it, basically.
I didn't know you were
Helvince is a
that
guest,
desperate for
and Mr. Beast is.
content.
Yeah, well, since we started advertising, actually, do we still advertise, Niels?
I
Do we
don't
do
know.
advertising? No, I don't pay for ads.
The other way
I will
around.
go to the local newspaper and ask if I can get a free ad for once.
Oh man.
You can watch this random show about this random game and like hear people ramble about the most boring aspect of it for 1 hour per week
No,
or more.
35 minutes.
Sometimes
Okay.
less.
Since we're under pressure and don't have a
think
lot
it's
of time
still
left because our 35 minutes are running quite low, let's start with the comments.
No, from this old
Yay.
how was magazine, you got a free card and it's like 75 euros advertising for free if you pay 25 euros already. So I don't know if that's still valid. Otherwise, we can advertise for cheaper.
How about no?
Don't you want advertising?
No.
Oh, come on.
Don't
We've
you
got
think
to
there's a big
support
enough
this.
target audience?
And this long silence. No. I hate advertisements.
I
Everyone
can stop
loves
the
them.
silence for a bit, but then I need to like stop looking up links. So no, thank you.
Okay. Comments. Dean.
Yes.
Exactly.
TRQ000.
Oh yeah, right. Apparently, someone #Peniels decided to name the podcast TRQ00 My Wout Show.
Let me explain. I have a preset, and that just says because I don't know the number, the episode number. It
But
just
Niels,
TRQ00.
wait, I thought we were keeping that secret. No one knew it was someone until now, for kind of.
Doesn't matter. I don't know what you are talking about. Let me continue. And that's why I have TRQ00. On my computer is also the directory TRQ00, where I store everything in, until I move it to the NAS to remove it from my hard drive and stuff. Not important.
But you removed the TRQs,
Yes.
Niels.
From
What
my
if you
hard
keep the?
drive.
Oh, like you have
upload
an
them
external
to the
one?
cloud. That's like
Oh, okay. I guess that's something.
3 meters above me.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know.
like the MyCloud, not the.
I have an
actual
offline
cloud.
version of all of
Yes,
my
the
videos,
My
which I
Cloud,
still need to.
exactly. It's the My Cloud. I think it's a normal edition of the MyCloud.
But Niels, what if Google goes
Is
down?
it
Then
white or
you
is it
lose.
red?
No,
It's
it's
the
you-
black
you-
one, and it has this.
Oh, then
blinky
it's a
light.
MyCloud Pro.
Oh, so it isn't like an external hard drive. Okay.
yeah.
Yes,
an
it's a
external drive.
NAS.
I don't think
Is
It's
it
not the
2
cloud
or
then.
1 bay, Niels?
I thought you meant the
It's
Google
just
Drive.
one-
It's black,
Oh, well.
it's the Pro.
That's just 192.168 is 10.120.
well.
What does it
Anyway,
say? I don't know.
Niels is okay.
Yes.
It's okay.
Oh,
So
and then I uploaded it, and since Wout, it was late, so I just said Wout, publish it whenever you posted it. I just put it in there and did the thumbnail. That's it, and then Wout published it, and Wout only pasted in the description. He forgot.
yeah, no,
to.
you got the title
do the
right.
other
So
part.
don't complain.
No.
You did the title. You put my outro there. So you should have put changed the number as well.
Yeah, well, you publish it, so you had the last possible.
Yes, but it was your responsibility because you told me Wout,
No.
paste in the description and publish. That's what I did.
Yeah, but you should always double check.
No.
You shouldn't trust me.
Ne-
Um,
Should I question your orders, Niels?
Yes, definitely.
maybe.
Okay, then
But
the next time I won't publish. I think that's better. Because I don't trust you anymore.
Okay.
But how are they
Um,
gonna hear this? If you don't publish.
Oh, what a paradox.
I don't
Maybe
know.
Enemy will publish. Oh well.
Yeah, and maybe enemy's just writing everything down, and then he posted it to the enemy book of the week.
I doubt it.
Yes. It's called Yewe, by the way, but oh well. So yeah, apparently 2 people found it worth noting that we have a TRQ 00, which indeed is the case.
Is it
So-
only 2 zeros? Isn't it 3?
Yeah, 000. Sorry.
By the way,
So with that-
Rev, it's the My Book Live. That's what it says on the local
Oh.
page.
Interesting. Anyways.
It's just one
What
bit,
was he
one
saying?
drive in it. It's 3 terabytes.
Why did you get a OneDrive one? You should always get 2A.
I
You
don't
have
know.
like no
I
redundancy.
didn't install it. Go complain at my uncle.
Like, guys. Can you
I am so
focus a
confused.
little bit?
Complain
Yeah,
at
like-
him that he is terrible at
I know
backing
it's the
data.
Minecraft podcast about Redstone, but what does it have to do with anything but blame Wout? I mean,
But I'm
Yes.
here now. I always
Yes.
get blamed.
Okay. To condense the last 10 minutes, it's all Wout's fault, and we're gonna move on to the next comment.
But
next
Niels,
comment
no.
is
I just
also
found
for
out-
Wout,
no, no,
and
no,
by
no, no,
SLF,
spoken.
and
There's something important. No, enemy. No. You don't understand. Niels, check that link and check the first hit. Google cache TRQ 000 my outro. So if you now find it in the Google results, then it will have the 000 until the next time they decide to cache it, which can take like
Aw.
weeks or years or decade or millennia. I don't know how long they take. Oh well. So yeah, we'll be stuck with that for
It
a while.
takes a few weeks.
DuckDuckGo is better. They have this. They say it's just 60. It's newer. It's better.
Or DuckDuckGo is just slower at caching
Why-
it and they cache it after.
Maybe
just
I
catch
it
cached
once
it an hour
afterwards.
later.
I think we're getting off topic again.
you think?
Wait,
Damn.
what?
What is being on topic?
Like,
To be
the
honest, I don't
one
think there was a
topic is
topic.
if it's about Minecraft, then it's like okay, and everything else is like not as good.
Well, I searched for this for this, and then I saw a pickaxe thing, and yeah.
Yeah, I was also searching for something related to the podcast, and then like a pickaxe appeared, but it was a pickaxe with a bad number. So that was very relevant. Sorry,
I
enemy.
give up. I give up.
Yeah, we have to get to
Blame
those
Wout for
45
breaking
minutes,
his
people.
spirit.
Go on.
Comments.
Yes, you guys do some more comments. I'm finding the first voucher quote.
Some more of the first one.
Ooh, I know. There has to be first better cool follow up. The counting of the Wout quote hint.
Yes, indeed. The deadline is over, and we have gotten the final results. There were
And the final result.
8 votes.
is-
No. And yes, there were 8 votes, which is better
I
than with the
wanna.
TRQ awards. Good job.
And
But as for the results, we will keep those for the Wout show. So you guys have to keep on watching to the end. Ah.
but about I want to say it right now. I spent like a minute on
But
beforehand.
Niels, we have to keep our viewers excited. The ad revenue, remember? We have to keep them till the
Yay.
end.
Ad
All
revenue.
for the ad revenue.
I think our average ad revenue is 0 cents.
Awesome.
Maybe.
Um,
Close.
let's move on to Yeve's comment, since Wout is not talking about the voting stuff. He says a lot of things, not that many things compared to other episodes, but first thing he says is, "You guys need me." Okay.
Are we
I'm
talking about
here.
Jebe?
Yes.
Oh no.
And with me, he means like me, enemy, and not himself. Anyway, also he has problems understanding why 8 spawners makes sense instead of 72 spawner cluster, and why so on. 8 was because that was enough to get enough bones to supply a tree farm or something.
Yes,
why it was
before
8.
Mango went even more crazier. But
Yeah.
Okay, so
eight
what's the
is
new
a-
goal
eight-
then?
8 is a reasonable goal.
Well, no, like what's if you need more, like, we can consider that. I don't know. I haven't done it, so
Just
that's
make another type of farm, like
oh well.
Like,
Go for
normal
16 then. If we're
I suppose we can see, but oh well. I will think about it. We can super chunk perhaps.
apparently Joey uses the 24-hour system when he's talking in German, and the
Okay, because
AM
Jebe
PM
is a robot.
system when he is talking in English. That's interesting.
What else does he say? How do you not know Wout? Apparently, I don't know something. Oh well.
I guess that was a raft throw.
Raft
But
throw. What the heck is that?
The pun doesn't work like that. Hint.
yes, it doesn't. So 371 words and 17 and 1799 characters. So badly want enemy. So badly want enemy. That's apparently Joey's position.
I'm here.
I'm not.
Okay. Wout, do you want to read out all the comments
Apparently-
related to your book,
To my book, what? Oh, what are that?
which they're still guessing about, and so on?
Oh
Because,
yeah.
yeah, there's
As
a
I've
bunch
just
of them.
said, we're still waiting. That's basically it. Nathan
Well,
Ryan discussed some.
Ray.
Oh, we'll get to Ray in a second. Nathan Ryan
Okay.
quickly mentioned that I should probably have translated it as numerical analysis rather than numerical mathematics last week. So sorry about that. Then you have Yeva's comment, which I think we mostly covered. And then Mr. Creeper, on the stalking Wout's. Shut up, Yewe. I care about Wout's education, especially BS. I have Wout's personal details. He's Belgian, he's male. He goes by the he goes by the online alias Wout, usually with a subset of natural numbers after. My bad, I meant rate 1, not rate 2. I suppose I was referring to the episode before, perhaps. And then there's Ray Works, who also is on the Woutro quote hunting hunt. Okay. Lol, I might have to try to figure out this book's title now. Well, good luck. And then there's more about the discussion we had about his beacon box. Showing off a build all at once or in progress reports both have their pros and cons. If you show it off at one time, you may surprise some people, but the downside is that you may have overlooked something that others may see. If you show it off in progress reports, you can get input from others, but the downside is that someone may hijack your idea and finish it for you. I think both these are equally good.
That's why you should then make a schematic of it and put a Shazam on Twitter saying this probably won't make any sense right now, but just wait, or something like that. And then when you have the final thing done, you should put a link to that tweet in your description, and then everyone knows you were first.
Yes, exactly.
Before you say
if
that's
you really
totally
want to,
ridiculous.
You can just instead of going on Twitter, you could put it in the blockchain. It's fancier.
Yes, I will link to one crazy dude who decided to do that.
Are there actually people doing that?
Wout is referring to
Apparently.
himself in third person now. It's getting really interesting away, yeah.
Okay, so you can check that out in the description. Yeah, right. We will also link to Ray speaker in the box, considering I mentioned it again. I know. I think like you have a point there, but I think with sometimes like let's say Samtech. Like I've been giving out tons of things. It's like right now there's two main mechanics which I'm not discussing. There's one which I want to discuss before the final video, and one which I don't want to. I just want to leave till that then. But like basically the way it's going right now, like in the past year, who has worked on Samtech? Panda, Ray, and both of them got help from some people it seems. Or I don't know about Ray actually. But at least Panda got some help from Spire, I think, and maybe Sankarn.
Yeah, so they worked on it if they helped someone.
Yeah, and I got a bit of help from Helvince and Macro. So
Yeah, then
there's
Helvince
basically
and
three
Micro also
people,
did stuff on that.
like three people who have worked on
Yay.
it, like for yeah, you could say
Full
for real,
time?
I guess.
Or what?
Not yeah, in a way, I guess. So like I'm publishing all this stuff, and like people are watching it and seem to be a bit interested. But in the end, I highly doubt anyone will hijack this because no one seems to care, even if I'm already doing half of the work for
No,
them.
everyone's lazy. That's the thing. Everyone's interested, but they don't want to do the work themselves.
Yeah, so I don't think I risk being hijacked at all here. With
No, I
F1,
don't think either.
well, I suppose the risk was there considering someone thought they should release a 200 by 200 door and totally rape the definition of a door. Like, all precious doors, they were all invalidated. Oh well. Anyway, also you can find out the video I'm referencing down in the description. I can at least type.
Is there a point to what you're trying to say, or?
Oh yeah, the point is that
Nah.
I think if you like don't give out I think there's still a lot of progress you can give out before like you risk getting hijacked. When you use progress reports like I have done with EFS1, I'm currently doing with Samtech. Oh no, that's kind of all I wanted to say. So I think there's a bit of a compromise you can do there. However, I do also get there's like surprising people also is a lot of fun like with the EFS1. So keeping like I guess keeping a bleedy secret or keeping a lot secret is also nice. There are like always things which I want to keep secret just for fun. Oh well, I don't know. What do you guys have to say about that?
There's some things you keep secret, but you give hints to.
I
One
like the hints, but the thing is that a lot of the times, if there's someone else who could do it, it's probably not even that interesting. As a lot of people know how they would do it, but it's just a matter of doing it.
Well, speaking of
As
hints, if you
for
can
Santec is something, there's a lot of mechanics involved that you would have to figure out first, like reliable chunk loading, reliable entity processing. You could try to get entity processing in different dimensions to work, and for instance, the maximum time that a sent entity can live before it gets deleted, that's something I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Strange game
Well,
mechanic, but I had no idea until you showed it at some point. I think with the
did I actually show it? I think I just said it. I mean, it's true.
well,
I can,
you showed the entity bouncy things,
yeah, like the sand catapult.
the sent entity conveyors, sort of.
Yes, sand catapult conveyors, which could transport one packet every 0.6 seconds. Yeah, what I quickly wanted to mention was that speaking of cryptic hints, if you want a cryptic hint to solve, I tweeted something weird. Check that out. And also about I'll link to the sand catapult conveyor in the description. I must say though, I did not figure out the mechanic on my own. Actually, was mentioned in a really old video by Dreslander, which I vaguely remembered, where he discusses the falling sand mechanics and like he goes a bit more beyond like the mechanics he used, and he also like explained that that's like when sand exists for like 30 seconds, it gets deleted. When sand exists for 5 seconds, when it's below y equals 0, then it gets deleted, and so on. There's a couple of weird rules which he mentioned, and I just recalled, and I was like, oh yeah, right, we can't do this forever, unfortunately.
Well, I could have told you that because I dropped a piece of sand in a cobweb once.
Yeah, I mean, you can also do this for yourself. Like I've tried to like make sand status chambers, and yeah, this then just disappears after a while. So
Yeah, of course, you would figure out that it disappears and then think, oh, okay, the entity gets deleted, but you wouldn't know until you did that. So,
Yeah, I mean that's right.
that's interesting content, just showing a game mechanic that I didn't know before, and I know quite a lot about the game.
Well, there's lots of weird mechanics. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it was ever the 100 chunk unloading limit was ever discussed in the video, for example.
I
No,
don't
but I
think
don't
so.
think
I never heard
anyone
that
has
before.
really found an application for it yet.
You wait.
Did you talk about it in your video? Because I haven't watched your
I
latest two
talked.
videos.
Yeah, I talked about like you don't have to watch it. It's a long video, but
Yeah, I
it's
was just really busy. I didn't watch,
basically
like,
every
a lot of
every
videos at
tick
all.
the game. Well, in the overworld at least, every tick only 100 chunks can be unloaded. As for the end and the nether, I'm not making no claims there. Those are weird.
Okay. So if you just load more than 100, or unload more than 100 in a second,
In
the
a tick.
over or a tick, the ones that are over 100 in a list don't get unloaded.
Yes,
do
but
they
it's not a
just
list.
get
It's a hash
scheduled
map.
for next
So
tick?
yes, basically it has a it puts some that's all. It puts all chunks to be dropped in a hash. I don't know. You know, it's called should call it a hash map. It's a really strange data structure, which is hard to understand. It's like they create a concurrent hash map, then put it through some function which turns maps into sets, and I don't know. It's weird, but anyway, it's not like in the order in which they were loaded or anything. It is somehow hashed, and well, anyway, I'm not gonna discuss it too much, but oh well. Like
Okay.
there's some cool stuff I think.
MC 90,191. Armor stand, silverfish, and the right boat spin rapidly. Apparently.
Sounds fun.
Description, expectation, armor stand was just chill in the back. Reality, a YouTube video, which we will link to.
It's an armor stand who is in a boat. If someone is riding the boat and the armor stand is in the back or the front, I think it's in the back, it spins rapidly. That's
Yes.
the small description that describes it.
Also works with endermite and silverfish.
I haven't tried the new boats yet, but if you sit in the second spot, can you still like row boat?
I don't think so.
Also, the armor stand would have to do that.
In the video, you can see command set, and it says that he used passengers. And I don't think if you're in a passenger seat of a car, you cannot control the car. So in the passenger seat of the boat, I don't think you can control the
It's
boat.
Minecraft. Who knows?
You know, in a real boat, you can also have like more than 2 pedals. Or
Yes,
yeah.
there are two pedals,
Yes.
but they all at the same place, so they are both controlled by the skeleton guy in the video.
So from lots of spinny stuff, let's go to some bugs that were fixed. This week we got a new snapshot, 16W05B. Have some awesome change logs. Fixed some bugs, tweaked boats a bit more, hidden a small recipe change. Endermites are now 2.44% more happy than before, especially in boats.
That's
think-
very precise.
I-
How
Both
can
fixed
they
in this
measure that?
snapshot.
I think
Hype.
that's exactly what they. Yeah. Anyway, also we got a really long list of bugs they fixed in the snapshot, which is redacted. Isn't that awesome?
Are there bugs
Yes.
in the list that matter?
No, the list
or...
is redacted. It just says redacted. One point, it says redacted in square brackets, and that's it. Thanks, Mojang.
Yay, we need to Mojang a little bit more.
Maybe like they were like, ooh, Jens, do you remember what we did yesterday?
That was yesterday.
we
John.
Wait, is
smoked
Jan
a
still
little
working
bit
on
dog.
Minecraft?
I don't remember. What did you do?
I drank coffee and
Something with boats. Just put redacted in the change log and make a funny joke above. Or a pun. Well,
Yes.
it's not funny, but well, they tried.
Aw, so nice.
So yeah, Animites are now happier in boats, so perhaps the boat glitch is fixed. Who knows? That's the interesting thing about the bug report of the week. It's always such an interesting bug report.
Well, I just noticed that Sarge made the post. Does Sarge usually post the
I don't
snapshot
know.
posts? I remember.
I don't check who reposts them.
Maybe it's just like him who's lazy and the other ones like do it fine or whatever. I don't
Sarge,
know.
unblock me! Huh. He will hear me if I shout loud enough.
The last one was from Eric. Yeah.
Why would Sarge block you, Wout?
It's a long story, which all started with a long tweet chain
With the cape.
in June 2014.
No, it
I
was
think.
way before the cape. It's even worse.
Okay. Once upon a time. You should continue.
Oh, okay. Then basically, there was this discussion on Twitter about something to do with map making, and like at some point, Lemoche like wrote a blog post, and he was like, "Oh yeah, all those people were discussing something like, so I'll tag them in the like in the tweets about the blog posts, and then we can have a discussion again." And what I did is that there were like 6 people tagged, maybe, including me and Sarge and Codecrafted and some other people, I think. Or maybe I think actually more like 4 or 5, I don't know. And so basically what I did is I posted this like 10 tweet chain reply. But what I didn't do was remove the other tags. So someone felt like it was a bit too spammy, I think. That's the whole story, I think. I don't know.
Oh, I expected something a bit longer. But
Yeah, I expected 5 minutes. I was about to go away for a bit. And just...
Okay, yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's all I can assume, because like that's the last tweets I sent to him.
So
I don't
he
know.
deletes you after 5 tweets, but you still keep entering
No,
with
it was
all
more
the
like
Bibles
10.
he sent you guys.
Look, I can check this. Like, it's Twitter. Nothing goes away. That's the nice part. I can just check tweets where I've
It's
tagged
also the
him.
creepy part.
Well, you can delete things. Well, then it can of course still be cached somewhere, but I don't know.
You can't delete someone's screenshots. That's the only thing they have to say.
I'm checking it right now. It's a really long tweet chain. It's an 11 tweet chain. It's 11 long, and then I
That's
did
not
like
that long.
then I did like 2 more maybe. And there were 4 tags, by the way. Lemos, Jasper, The Ends, Codecraft, and such.
Okay.
A really long time ago, though. I'll link to the conversation in the description. On Taking Criticism by Lemos. You can also read the blog post if you want to.
Thanks for the link. Maybe 2 news this week, other than from Mojang. Who wants to start?
Any volunteers?
You.
I know
Awesome,
what happened
I'm
this week.
excited. Do we want to start with Iron Farms?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, sure.
PAX 25 came out with a pretty cool one.
I will pretty much say about the most interesting one of this week.
TDL.
So, crashes actually, and
Well,
TDL did
TDL's
the
video
video.
crashes. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
No, Crash actually posted
No,
a video on his
Project
channel.
Fed.
It's the same, but in Spanish.
Yes. But
Well, we are English, so suck it, Ralph.
Yeah. You only
You will
care
link
about
to the video.
English stuff because that's
I
stuff we
watched
can
both
understand.
because I liked it so much.
That's why I say we, not you.
Anyway,
It's us, not you.
tell us a little bit about it.
So the farm is 1152 villages, concentrical,
yes.
and it produces 48,000 iron per hour, and it uses a total of 58 villagers, I think. If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Wait a second, I have to look something up. Interesting. I guess he fixed his numbers this time. He said it made 50,000.
Well, he says the largest concentrical iron farm. What does that mean? Like,
One
concentrical?
center.
Everything in
okay.
one center. For example, in Spire's farm, he has 4 centers.
Yeah, but Spire only has 1024. I actually checked it.
Yeah.
So it's still bigger. Like, the only way, the only bigger farm I could imagine at this right now would be, well, I guess you can like
Mine.
stack the iron bone up a lot, maybe, and just like putting a lot of iron farms close to each other. But like, I suppose that doesn't count. That I suppose the rule kind of is that like the village centers
Well-
need to be within like 64 blocks of each other. else it's like a
But
separate
like
iron farm.
I guess the stacking kind of thing is called the cheap way to make it bigger.
Well, like
But
the iron board
yeah.
also stacks, but like it stacks like close to each other. That's the difference. Like it's actually made to stack, right? I know I didn't like look into the iron bone too much, but
Yeah,
wasn't
you're
that?
not taking like one build and building it 4 times over.
Yeah, like it actually gets put right on top, like not like pretty close, so it has to like adjust for that. I don't know. Oh well. So yeah, we can link. I'll link to both Spires and
Vince, you as a
iron bone
renowned
description.
iron farm expert, what's your opinion on this design?
What I've seen from it is not bad. The number is very. At first, it seemed very strange, but it sort of makes sense. I haven't actually watched the. I've only watched the edited video, but you can't really make up a lot about the farm. But if you look closer into the amount of villages, it's 36 strips of 32, which is generic as villagers detect that 32 by 32 area for doors. So you generally use strips of 32 rows of doors, and then as many of those per villager.
But it's not 32 in height. Only.
Only 9 or so.
I know. I actually like tested that when I was working with iron farms.
You can detect 3 doors on top of each other with one villager.
Really, quite a lot actually. But like you don't need damage. Like you only need to detect like the bottom point, I guess. So.
No,
it's
you
more like
need to
7 maybe.
detect any point, but if you detect the bottom point, the top point won't be checked or something like that. It's very strange.
No.
It's somewhat buggy as well. I think Redstone Spire put a picture in his, I think his 1000 iron farm, where 2 villages are linked up to the same door, but then the bottom and the top half. And I've experienced it as well, but he couldn't get it reliably, and I could. But the reason he tried to do that stuff to get reliably was to reduce lag, because door positions in the world save actually cause a shit ton of lag if you've got such big iron farms, as they are ticked every time a villager checks for doors and everything. So if you've got 1000 villages, then you've got over 20,000 doors in your world that are connected to a villager, and that's why those big iron farms cause that much lag. And he tried to reduce the amount of doors, but it's just the positions in a list in the world file that caused the insane amount of lag.
So you could, in theory, half it if you could do that for every door.
Well, you could reduce the amount of doors, but not the amount of positions. And the positions are the lag causer, not the doors itself.
Oh, because yeah, the position would be per
Because the
block, right?
position
And the
is
top
what
and the
gets
bottom
used
half
for
are
the
different.
calculations, and then
Okay. Maybe since we're already talking about iron farms, how's yours coming along?
well,
Hint, hint.
I'm almost done with it, but the testing is a real problem
With
because
speed mod?
the reset time is really long, and just due to the lag that builds up over time, you can't really test the full farm at once unless you're happy with running the farm on a low reset time and then also having 10 or 5 TPS, which makes it pretty much unbearable. So I've got to come up with a solution for that. Maybe delete the doors if at some point, like certain doors that don't really queue up for being a problem at some point. And I've been working on another project as well, which is kind of cool. And since they haven't stopped hopper duping and stuff, I started looking into that some more. But I personally hope more that it gets fixed than abuse it more.
Yeah, it's like been way too long. Like I think since 1.5 or something, right?
Since hoppers. I don't know if you know the snapshots where they introduced the hoppers, but
yeah, I remember.
in the first few they didn't make exceptions for the differently stacking items, so those duped.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they screwed something up there or if there's a certain execute list that doesn't get refreshed upon adding new stuff, and that's why unloading causes so much duping.
I just would like to know that they at least are working on it or something. They're trying something, because so far
The only thing they're
they never
working on
did
is Windows
anything.
10.
Yeah. Like
That's
they,
it. I think they fixed like 2 bugs this week, if I remember correctly. But they in the last months they've updated Windows 10 edition to pretty much the full edition already.
yeah, like to get slime blocks and everything, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I think is it the Windows 10 edition? The only thing they don't have is pistons or something. I'm not sure.
I think they have everything except comparators. Maybe I'm not quite sure. Like they have pistons. Like I think Windows 10 and Pocket are same by now, right? So they have pistons and slime blocks and everything. I don't think they have comparators. Might be.
I think Windows
But
10
who
edition
actually
is
plays the Windows 10
maybe even
edition?
further.
Who actually plays it? I don't know. By now,
People who
I guess it's a bit
mm,
more
wants a
reasonable to
lot of
play
web
it because
render distance.
you have more features. Like
You have more. You don't have. Well, they actually work on the thing instead of the normal Java edition, which they hardly do anything for, and it runs a lot smoother.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
have to use Windows 10. What if you don't have Windows 10?
then you're not gonna play it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so
why
download
don't they
Windows
just
10
make it for? No, why would I?
because that's marketing.
I've heard that it takes too much time to remove all of those privacy settings that you upload automatically to Microsoft. It takes too much time
And you
to turn all
probably
of this
don't
up.
even get rid of everything.
No, if in the normal settings, if you turn off everything, there's still some things that are turned that you get sent to them. And if you update to a newer version, and there's updates,
They reset the stuff, yeah.
yes, they reset stuff. But what's the point of having the setting then?
And the worst thing about it, like I think I don't pirate myself, but I know that they delete pirated games or movies. I'm not sure if you open the Windows Store. And I personally find it somewhat disturbing that they actually read through your files and delete something that correlates with pirated stuff.
No, they should not do that. Because that means everything gets sent to them.
Not completely, but it means that they look for similarities between what you have on your PC and what they find as pirated stuff.
Yeah, basically everything on your PC it gets uploaded. And not everything, but
It gets scanned through. Yes.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Windows 10?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, I could just guess by the context. Isn't this great? Windows 10 Surveillance
You
Edition.
also could have listened earlier, and you would have known.
I was trying to listen, but I was also looking up some links, so don't blame me.
Okay. So let's talk about Mango's record farm. First thing that I found that was interesting, which I never really noticed that much before, is that the creepers have a different hitbox than like the other two mobs.
There is a reason that you never noticed, because it's a 1.9 feature.
Yeah.
So unless you've been really active with the snapshots, you probably didn't notice. And they probably didn't notice in any updates, the reports, the logs, because they never do anything interesting there.
Probably. But I think it's an interesting, I guess you could almost say improvement, because now it makes mob sorting easier.
And reliable, because AI never worked reliably.
Maybe you know, do you know how, if blazes have are like the same height as pigmen, or they have different height as well?
I don't know.
Okay.
Never really cared about the blazes too much. They were useless until 1.9, and now they're somewhat useful, but not that much.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about like the mob sorter is based on the fact that creepers can fit through a gap that all the other two mobs can't, right?
Yes.
And I guess the mob farm you hook it up to is kind of not that much important. Not that important. I think most
No,
important
it's a
part is
sorter.
like just the sorter. Like in his demo setup, he flushes mobs to the left and the right and has 2 sorters there. And one thing I was confused by is why he didn't flush them in the center, because in theory that's like less time consuming.
Probably because the mob spawner was too fast and the sorter.
Don't give
Well,
up.
I
o-
guess that could be a
over
thing.
input of mobs is always an issue.
I guess that could be a reason.
And
Well,
of
you
course,
could
he didn't
always
want too many
turn
creepers
the-
because they also had to get shot by the skeletons first, so that takes some time as well. So you divide them as much as possible.
I think the rates for this one with like I think this is like JL's really old standard mob farm, right? Is a record the second, if I'm not mistaken.
Pretty much, yeah. So he actually had trouble with his. I think it was on a series on useless contraptions. He made an insanely fast AFK record sorter.
Yeah, right.
But he actually, the speed of that insanely quick thing actually might be too slow for the contraption.
Wasn't it like some instant thing?
Yeah, like I don't know how fast it was exactly, but it was insanely fast to sort records. So wait, let me look it up.
Yeah, but like I think that's a good thing about 1.9, having more accurate collision boxes and so on.
So are we changing the update motto then?
Not necessarily.
Oh, there's one sort of useful thing in 1.9, and that's the solid top of pistons. So you can now place tracks, redstone, or repeaters on
But
top
they
of pistons
pop.
themselves.
But they pop when the piston
Yeah,
retracts.
that's the annoying part. For some reason, they haven't actually checked if it worked correctly enough. You power the piston, everything's fine, but once they retract, the blocks on top get destroyed.
I think
Well,
then
that makes
it's
sense,
not really
considering they're
useful.
solid blocks. Like, I don't really see the point of the why it should be solid. Like,
The solid top, well,
yeah, why
for
you would
one,
like it more
for
like
one
this?
is useful, and why not? I mean, it's
Okay, but like, why is
the
useful?
texture is the exact same as a dropper, and it works for droppers. So
No, like it's cut off when the piston is extended, for example. Then the piston base is smaller than the
Oh,
full
we're talking
block,
about the
right?
base.
Because
Okay, I thought you were talking about the arm. Okay.
both, I think both actually have a
Well,
solid top.
I don't know. Like, I personally also like the fact that pistons aren't spawnable.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't like that they are spawnable. I like their solid top.
Yeah, but like that's what's spawnable in the end time too.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I like the solid top over the spawnability. Although people that wanted to light stuff with pistons above or something to hide the glowstone won't be happy.
I think maybe it's because it's like how it's always been, but I really like that you cannot put redstone on top of pistons because it seems weird now. If you would be able to, just because like it's always been this way.
And tomorrow we check,
Yeah,
and then
I
actually
had the
water
same,
hurts
but it's
you, and
well,
lava
it
doesn't.
does have some nice functionalities.
But like on the other hand, it also breaks a lot of designs, which is quite annoying.
No, I don't think so.
I think
Well,
that
if
affects the
pistons are
retraction.
spawnable, then that's a problem. Like if you have
Ah.
1.8 designs.
I
Yeah,
guess, but you can light that up generally. Like a few mob farms might die because of it, but then again, the normal Enderman farms also died in 1.9, so
Why did they die?
because mobs can't spawn on pressure plates anymore.
Don't worry, the one we built doesn't use pressure plates.
So you can make a gas sweeping one. Yay!
Or
Well,
tripwire version.
So yeah, you could still use the tripwire version we have.
Yep.
Something nice about tripwire is that it now actually, you know the trouble you have when you put it on below solid blocks. That's actually removed from the game.
Ooh, that's nice. Like some features in the game, like, of course, like this, it's always been this way, and that's why they're there. But they don't make any sense at all.
Like no, I won't say
tripwire.
that.
Why can you not put tripwire on the floor? Like, aren't you supposed to trip on it, not run into it with your face? Like, stuff like that. Oh, I only can place pumpkins if there's like a block below, like jack-o'-lantern. What? Or fence gates.
Yeah,
Why?
but melons can.
Yeah, so-
They pretty much have the same properties as pumpkins.
Like, sometimes I hear people complaining about like ender pearls only stacked to 16 or stuff like that. Like, but if you think about all projectiles that you can throw without a tool, stacked to 16, like snowballs,
Except-
eggs, and so on. Except
Yeah, that's true.
no exception.
What do I throw? What do we have? Potion stuck to 1 normally.
Yeah.
Or to 63 in a weird case.
Well, you can get like higher stacks with potions in custom maps, so for example, but
Yes.
doesn't matter. Yeah, no, all throwable things like snowballs with eggs and ender pearls and so on, and the ice, all 16. Anyway, yeah, like some things, like if you think about it, make no sense. Like if you craft stairs, like
Yeah.
the crafting pattern has like 2 stairs. Stair has 1 stair, and if you would only do like the three blocks for the stair thing, it's like you have the stair pattern without like the bottom 3, for example.
Yes.
And that would craft a stair. Then it would actually make sense because you still get 4 stairs. Use 3 blocks. Makes sense. Anyway, Coolman showed a bunch of stuff about wither cages.
Yay.
If I remember correctly, not really too much new information, but everything summed up really good. And he also showed a filter to find them, which is now public, which is
It's
a
very
little bit
nice.
Cool.
yeah. Like the one I used so far was from Blackout, I think.
Yeah, it was a ghetto version pretty much.
Yeah, it was pretty ghetto. She wanted a different configuration. He just rewrote the filter, stuff like that. But yeah, it worked, so it was nice. What else?
I made one big mistake with that one as well. Like the height you specify, don't specify Y0. Because the bottom layer of the wood consists of a lot of 3x3 bedrock formations.
Yeah, okay.
And it took me quite some time to think through why I got that many results.
Okay, but yeah, that's like utterly useless if you want to make a cage out of it. If you specify 0. Something that I also thought was really interesting this week was again from Mango, was a self-refilling tipped arrow system, and I thought it was important. Like when I read it, I thought like, huh? You have to stand there and pick up all the arrows and then dump them in a thing. Like, it doesn't work that way. But yay, 1.9, even weirder glitches.
Yay. Apparently, if you throw arrows to a sand entity that is like on top of a fence or something or any gravity block, they turn from entity form into item form.
No, normal arrows get deleted. Tipped arrows become items.
Like, what the fuck?
Makes complete sense, guys. Don't question Mojang.
Perfect sense. Gotta love Mojang.
Like, is it just me, or back in the day when you had a bug, it's like, oh yeah, that's because this is that and that, right? Now it's like, what the f is going on here?
Yeah, like that's how it happens. Like, how did you up so badly?
I remember when like item frames were introduced and they used the same. They shared the block model with collision model with like normal wooden, I think, planks or slabs.
Huh?
And when you looked at the item frame, it changed the collision box and you would fall through wooden floors. That was a lot of fun. But then yeah, it's like it's logical. Like, okay, yeah, they have the same collision thing, makes sense. But now it's like, what?
Have you seen Ethos video with the boats?
No.
Apparently, in the previous snapshot, I think it was the last one, not this one.
04?
Boats could just be a car, pretty much. They worked on land.
Oh, that's funny.
This project I was working on, I took Mango's second universal tree farm and his dark oak farm and my own personal cobblestone generator design, and I put them all together. And I'm actually working on that right now on my world.
Okay.
It's going to produce, it's just his latest designs for the highest efficiency I could find for all 6 wood types and cobblestone in one place.
Nice.
And obsidian.
How many bedrock cages do you use for that?
Just the one. I need 4 withers right in the center, and
Oh, one end portal thing.
And how do you damage them separately if they're in the same bedrock formation?
You always damage all of them?
Well, that was actually pretty difficult because the way the withers damage each other, you can't really have any kind of redstone or pistons to do it. So we had to go old school, and we found a cobblestone generator was the only really consistent way to damage them. And so you damage all 4 withers, but they all stay alive.
Yeah, but don't they break the blocks at the same time then?
Sometimes they do, all of them.
Yeah, so why use 4 in the same bedrock?
No,
Well,
they're
because
not in the same. They're like in the end portal.
Well,
Use the
for
end
the one you
portal,
need-
not one cage. Like
You have
not
one wither
free by free.
Oh, I think Mango actually managed to get the complete tree farm to work with one bedrock formation.
He
like
did.
A 3x3.
Yeah, there's one wither that's primarily for the universal tree farm, but then you need 2 wide for the dark oak farm, and then I needed 1 more wither just so I could squeeze in a cobblestone generator. So all 4 are actually pretty necessary.
I remember a while ago in the test server playing around with having 2 withers in the same cage, and then trying to damage them separately. And in theory, you can get it to work if you have them focus on 2 different main hit targets. But with it's not really unload stable and so on.
No, I think you can do it if you
push them around, it also it up. So it's a bit annoying, but in theory it could work. But I
no,
don't
you
think
could do
there's
it
a lot
by
of cases
just
where
throwing
you...
a snowball in and then working on the damage cooldown system of alternating in between the withers.
Why
But then
would you want to damage them separately? What's the point of that?
Because you then use
Because they
one
have a
bedrock
cooldown.
formation, but you can you can break blocks a lot quicker. Because you can only break blocks with a wither every second or so.
Yeah, it's a second.
But you
So if
don't
if you
really
have
have a
4
lot of
withers,
bedrock formations.
then you could break something every 5 game ticks.
I didn't find that to be necessary in this case.
No, but with the overworld bedrock cages people are using now, it's maybe even worth looking into.
Oh, well, yeah, for the end, then this works totally fine.
I on our map, I looked around for a double overworld bedrock cage, and I found one that was actually quite close to spawn, I think 3-4 chunks outside of spawn lazy chunks, so quite easy to load. And I went on the server and I looked at where it is, and this in 1.7 we built this sugarcane farm right outside spawn. And we removed all the bedrock, only Y0 still left, and then built a
Oh,
sugarcane farm there. And it's right there. It was right there. And I looked around, I couldn't find any other double cage within that range of spawn.
but I don't even know if the bedrock generation stayed the same over the updates.
It did.
Yes. Oh, okay, interesting.
I checked in
We
a
had
single
some
player world, and
differences
that was
in
there,
1.8.
and yeah.
Seriously?
Even between 1.8 versions, we had differences. So we had to load a backup of the survival world separately because using the seed wasn't enough because we didn't know what terrain was generated when.
Huh.
Well, for the bedrock at least, all the results I got from the filter, and that I checked in the 1.8 world, 1.8, what is it? 1.8.9 world, I think 1.8.3, 1.8.9, something like that. When the world was generated, I checked, and they also were on the server as well, which is generated in 1.7.
9.
Oh, okay.
So
We might have screwed something up. That happens.
Maybe
Maybe
it's-
often. Maybe.
maybe it's only you. I don't know. I guess my part is kind of short because I didn't have that much time to play, and the time I had, I wasn't really that motivated to play. I played a little on the server today, like half an hour maybe. A little bit of digging, not that much. And
So he's the guy who's approaching 2 million.
yeah, like I was approaching 2 million for the last 2 weeks, so yeah, apart from that I played mini CTM called Entrenched or Entrenched or something. I think it's spelled wrong. But I think it was supposed to be spelled Entrenched from a guy named Carlos, I think it was on the forums. It was quite fun. Quite cool map before 1.7.2. And I downloaded Age of Empires 2 HD edition and played the tutorial campaign of that, and yeah, that's about it.
So I dug a bit.
Wait. One.
Okay, I looked up. The map maker is Carlos with an U, and the map is called Entrenched. Like Entrenched, but with an ER in somewhere in there. Yeah, map was quite fun. Only thing that I thought was a little too unbalanced was there was this secret room somewhere in the beginning of the first area. But I don't want to spoil it for someone who plays it. But in that room you can find an anvil, and I think that's well, you get an anvil later on, but I think getting it that early is a bit OP. Oh, well, it made the first area quite easy. But yeah, I'm not saying where the secret is, just in case someone wants to play it. Okay, yeah, did that played a little, played Age of Empires, and basically it. Yeah.
I've been working on a self-refilling storage system.
That sounds interesting.
What kind of
What does
storage
it make?
system?
You have a video about it.
I don't even
Whenever-
have a channel.
You have made a
You don't have a
video, or you
channel?
liked the video one day ago. Never mind.
What
You
do
have a
you
channel,
mean
by
with
the way.
self-refilling? If the storage chest is empty, it will start sorting new items, or what?
If the storage system the one I made has 2 double chests per item. If one of the filters if the signal from the filter isn't 3 long, so pretty much active, or that means that the second double chest is filled, then the storage system will request items from a bulk storage system.
Oh.
And
But for that,
if the bulk storage system has items, then it will send those over, and this will get sorted through.
I've made something similar a long time ago, when a potion system, and it was requesting potion ingredients from the witch farm.
I was just working on a sorting system for every item, but I don't like those systems everybody uses where every single item has its own chest. I think that's kind of a waste. So I've been working on grouping items together, you know, all the ores in one chest, all the redstone items in another, etc.
Well, that's the thing. We get too many items, so we need a separate chest for each item.
For other things like a jukebox, do you really need a whole double chest for a jukebox? And
Have
other
you
things
seen
like
Mango's
ferns.
latest Cycraft video? We have a double chest of everything.
That's not what we're doing. That's not necessary.
question about the requesting from bulk storage. If you fill up your normal storage, will you also send stuff automatically to bulk storage?
Yeah, but
Because if you do that, why not just make like your bulk storage your main storage and have all the moving around be done with? Like,
because you don't want all the bulk storage located at one place, because that would be incredibly laggy.
well, we have that, but ours is manual and not laggy, therefore.
We were also planning storage at spawn so that
No,
everything can be.
don't.
Why not?
Because it's all loaded all the time and not a good idea.
It's
we thought that
really
was a good
laggy.
idea.
Like the thing on our server that kills the TPS, that's the storage system at each farms, not the farms themselves. Except maybe the mob farm, but that's a different story.
Maybe you can just store it at every farm and just run around a bit to get items.
But that's that's doing stuff. You don't want to do stuff.
Haven't you noticed, Wout? The whole reason to play the game is so you have to play the game less.
Yes, that's the
Yes.
complete principle of automating stuff. I think this is the Redstone Quarry podcast, which removes the mining from Minecraft.
I thought
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
about
right.
other weird off-topic stuff.
Well, see, Niels, this is why you're doing this wrong the whole time. It's it's about Minecraft and automation and fun
Oh,
and technical
damn it.
stuff.
Damn it. Why didn't you tell me it earlier?
Because you didn't listen. Maybe I told you and you just cut it from this episode, and so they never heard, and therefore you never knew.
That's so deep.
I
That's
don't know, I
Jaden
already made
deep.
quite a lot of cuts for all of these sounds. By the way, if anyone hears these cool sounds, don't blame me.
Of
And if you
course
don't
we
hear
won't. We will blame
then-
Wout.
Yes.
If you
Blame
don't
Wout for
know
not
what
fo-
sounds he's
make-
referring to, then he made a good job.
Yes.
Yes, I don't think I can remove all of them because sometimes you hear those sounds whenever someone else is talking. That's hard to cut. But maybe I found a solution. Maybe you can just remove all sounds of frequencies.
Or
that are
maybe we can stop
non-human
talking about
speaking frequencies.
sounds. We dug an epic tunnel on Reflex, which I will now link in chat so you guys can also observe the beauty, of which you can only see like a part, but oh well. So yeah, it's an 8x11 by, well, it's 8x11 tunnel and it's like about 1,000 blocks long, but it has a curve. Well,
It's not that
The
long.
real tunnels have curves.
Or did you dig that without efficiency 5 haste 2?
I used only 2 beacons, so it was a bit of a mess, but oh well.
But you did use efficiency 5, right?
Yes, and Silk Touch and Fortune. I kind of alternated. Like I quickly had enough stone, so I went for.
No, fortune.
I actually also worked a lot with the normal pick because those things last way longer. Like my Fortune pick just like you can repair it like twice and or maybe 3 times and then it already like breaks. It's really annoying.
You repair them? I just put them in my chest.
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
waiting for mending.
Anyway, no, I repaired them because well I don't have like villagers, so the current way of me doing enchantments is books I got from AFK fishing. Good luck with enchantments, and that's about it. So yeah.
Sounds like fun.
But I mean, it's good enough for this. So that was the main tunnel I need for my project. I still need a manor tunnel to the second portal, and then a bunch of small tunnels to other places, like a network. But we'll see about that. But yeah, like pretty cool plans, and this was a biggest tunnel so far. So I'm quite happy that it's done. It actually didn't take that long. Like maybe I spent like 20 to 30 hours. I don't know. You could probably do it in like 5 days if you like just doing whole days. Oh well. Maybe more like 6 or 7. Oh well, it's doable. Then there was also another thing which I did. I made a video. Fast startup sand dispenser. Basically just a sand dispenser which takes 0.4 seconds to start up, unlike like 1.05 seconds, which I mentioned 2 weeks ago, I think. I don't think there's too much more to say about it. Isn't it amazing, guys?
It's amazing.
I
and
wanted
I'm
to guess
intrigued
why you
for
did
one.
it. Is it
Sand.
to just neglect the auto, just work around the autosave and start it up as fast as possible?
Perhaps. I don't know. Actually, no, I do know, but you're not spot on. Let's put it that way.
Aww.
Was
Aw.
about to say, Wout has no clue.
No.
He's just like saying random
I
words all
still-
the time.
I still want to go for a 24k cents per hour one. That's it. And this has some purpose to me.
Is there a video on that sand generator?
It's
It's
not
not
a sand
done yet.
generator. It's just a sand dispenser. It just pushes sand into a portal and it starts up really quickly. Like I couldn't think of a way myself to get any faster. But if you guys can, then go ahead because that would
I
actually be
clearly
useful.
Is this
can.
the
Link.
second TRQ challenge?
I do this constantly. Like other people do my work. It's great. Oh well.
Well, it's not your work. Somebody else does it.
Well,
Yes, it is.
I can use other people's work, I guess.
If you outsource it to China, it's still your work, but you outsource it to China.
Your work, but you don't.
This
do
metaphor
your
is
work,
really
you let
strange,
other
and I
people do
don't know why.
your work.
It's a little specific, I think.
Wout,
Yes.
do the outro.
No!
He's also
Sure,
Dutch, so I don't
That's
know.
gonna get cut anyway,
No!
so who
The
cares?
outro is reserved for normal people that are like
Not
regularly
But
from
he's
on the
also
podcast.
Dutch.
weird speaking language countries.
Wout, do the outro.
Like America.
That was a
Wout,
fine
Wout,
attempt at Limburg accent.
Wout! Haz la outro!
would you be so kind
What?
as to start the process of
Initiating the
saying
outro.
initiating a warm and welcome goodbye?
What? Kun je de
Yes.
outro doen, alstublieft?
Ja,
Niels,
kannst du
that was
einfach
Niels'
Tschüss
fine
sagen.
attempt at Flemish.
Okay.
I don't know
I
how
don't know
to
what
do
kind
a,
of Flemish it is.
a
Amai
Limburgs
begint toch
accent.
iets met die outro?
That was Melvin's is not so fine attempt.
That's more
Oh,
Belgian.
no.
I wanted to
Um,
try to do it a bit in my town's dialect, but I'm bad at it.
Come on, guys, can we just add this? So as we said earlier, we got 8 votes. Interestingly, we got 4 votes on the 19th. So like right before I think the first time we, like right before the recording of the second podcast where we're gonna mention it. So people apparently thought, oh my god, they're about to record a new podcast. We have to do this.
No, I think
they're all
because
different,
it was
so-
mentioned in the first 5 minutes, people listened to it and clicked the link.
But like, why on the 19th? Why on Friday? Because we record on Saturday? I don't know.
On Friday.
And like it happened again. It happened again on the 26th. Then we got 3 votes. So people
that's
really like
weird.
voting on Fridays for some reason. And we got 1 vote on the 24th. Well, actually, like more on 23rd was in during the night.
People,
anyway.
you cannot vote on the same question twice. That's not like allowed. I couldn't implement that, but otherwise it would have to prepare like a lot of
Yeah.
questions.
Well, it just doesn't work like that. That's not how it's not how it works. Anyway, interestingly, the winning question, which we'll mention in a second, was no one actually had it as a first choice. I won't give any details about actual questions, but there were two. It was a tie in between 2 for the first choice. So we did some of the second preferences, and as it turned out, 3 of the second preferences were the same question, and as a result, that wins it, right, Niels?
Yes.
Actually, I don't know because like
And
don't
no,
you
it's
normally
not
go to?
do you like tacos? Unfortunately.
But Niels, normally we wait until we have all the votes, like
We have all
until
the
we have half of
votes.
the. But we need to wait like until we have half of the votes.
What?
Ah, yeah,
What?
actually. Oh
Yeah.
well, then go.
What do you mean
what's
half
the
of the
lowest?
votes?
It just continue counting. Then it's this one is the winner over here.
But perhaps we could go for this one.
No, wait. And
Yes,
then
if we go for this one, then we have a
goes
3
to-
as well.
Isn't this like the last time with the TRQ awards? You let people
This
vote
one
and you
has
choose
3
something in the end anyway.
No. What's in the lowest right now?
Alternative
This one
vote is
doesn't have
completely
any-
deterministic if you have enough
Yay,
votes, enemy.
democracy!
Guys, that's the entire
Um,
problem.
About then I think it's still this one because then this one becomes green. No, not that green. It becomes that green.
I think we should make fair democracy.
I think there's actually a lot of ways you can do this, but they will most likely give this result. So I think it's fair to
And
say.
then we have 4 out of most.
You should do the least popular result
And then
because democracy
there
always
is
fucks the
nobody
minority.
else who votes on something
Yeah.
else. It can get more.
I think it's fair to say that
So
most of
this the winner.
almost all the choices
Definitely.
will have to result into this, where there's 3 second preferences and 1 third preference for this question. 1 vote is eliminated, so that means 4 out of 7 votes for this question.
Actually, this is for this person. It's a second preference because because their actual second preference is the same as their first choice. So that person didn't understand the.
Well,
way
yeah,
of
that
voting.
doesn't count.
Okay.
Oh well.
So it's basically their second preference as well.
Yes, so lots for second preferences. So now until the final question. Is it internationally published, or will I just have to attempt to search on the Dutch internet more than I already have? I being Chuckle. And the answer, I have thought about it for a bit, and the answer is there's at least one webpage about the book in English. So
At least one.
At least one.
Yes. Luckily, there's one. Now you should feel happy because.
So
yeah.
I do not know if you can like I highly doubt you will find it in a bookstore, like a non-Dutch bookstore, but it may be possible. And there is an English webpage about it, at least one, at least maybe more.
But was it internationally published?
Like I don't know. How should I find that anyway?
I don't know. You have the title of the book. Look on the Wikipedia page of it.
I don't know if that's a Wikipedia page. Anyway, maybe it does.
Just
But
if you
anyway,
say the name,
Niels, I'm not asking you more questions.
If you say the name, I will look if there's a Wikipedia
No,
page
no
for
thanks. No thanks.
Can we
Anyway, I
link
think
the
that'll be it
Wikipedia
for this week.
page?
Yes. So I think that'll be it for this week. Thanks for watching. Wait, what? This is my freaking video outro. Oh well. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Mr. Big
Yeah.
say bye.
What? Oh no.